everyone and welcome back to the Battlefield Siege run here, and we have another Pauper video for you today. We are playing Esper Ninja Affinity. I saw this in the 5.0 deck dumps a couple days ago and I thought it was so cool. It's like a version of like Glint Blade crossover Affinity with all these awesome cards, and it doesn't, oh thank god it doesn't, but it doesn't actually run like the Eco Wellspring Cryogen Relic engine that a lot of decks do run. So it's a real breath of fresh air just playing lots of ninjas and getting all these ETB effects. So run you through the deck quickly. It's actually running all these Affinity lands. So you got 4, 8, 12, 16, 18 Affinity lands. And then a big chunk of them also come to play tapped. So these 6 come to play tapped. But it's running 4 each of the Esper standard Affinity lands, which is crazy. Over here, it's running Ornithopter in the Springleaf Drum package. This is good for starters. It allows you to go like Volta Whispers, Ornithopter, Springleaf Drum, and then play Refurbished Familiar on turn 1. Or it allows you to go like land Ornithopter and then go turn 2, you can attack with a Ninja, get the Ornithopter back, play the Ornithopter, play something else off a Springleaf Drum or something like that. So it actually has lots of synergy in this deck. It's not just one little thing that we had, say, when we played like Lux Knight Breacher and we wanted extra permanents or something like that. It's running the full suite of Thraben Charm, which is such a versatile card. It's pretty huge, and it's running 2 Relics of Progenitors. So we have this Graveyard Hate, interaction to destroy creatures, but also it's running 3 Metallic Rebuke. So we also have counter spells. So you probably find a lot of times when we're playing like Esper Affinity builds, any kind of Affinity build, we want to have interaction, and a lot of the time it's in the form of like dealing damage or, you know, Croclan Shaman, something like that. But Metallic Rebuke allows us to handle things like Spy Combo a lot better, and just neaten up those little things like when we're doing counter wars against, you know, Terror or something like that. Over here we have 4 Thoughtcasts, which is great for the engine because we really are powering out all these artifact lands, and 4 Refurbished Familiars, which is a really good card to ninjutsu, and also the classic Ninja Deep Hours. You get this down on the play on turn 2 and you're going to have a good time, and they have to spend a turn then to get rid of it as well. So normally this deck can really run away with the game, especially when it's on the play. Over in the sideboard, it's a pretty stock standard sideboard. It is running Arms of Fadal. I know sometimes people play like Drown and Sorrow and stuff like that. You definitely want Arms of Fadal over Drown and Sorrow because it's doing the -2/-2 on their creatures, not yours, and we are a bit fragile with all of our creatures. So if we had Breath Weapon or anything against us, it would be a little bit sad because we're all X2s basically, except for the Mirror Forces. We are running 4 blue Elemental Blasts, but then 2 Hydro Blasts, which is pretty huge. I really do like running 6 of the Elemental Blasts. It's pretty good in a lot of decks, and also when we think about playing against Burn and Esper Affinity, people are running things like, you know, Navigator's Compass when we have ways to bounce those artifacts. But in this build, when we're not relying on that artifact engine and bouncing Olympuses and stuff like that, we just want like a 1 mana gain 3 life or destroy your Kessie Flame Breather or something like that. I was looking at this graveyard thing where we're having 1 Relic, 1 Fairy Macabre. I can see this being maybe 2 Fairy Macabres. Like I said, we're already running 2 Relics in the main deck, and we're running Thraben Charms anyway. And I feel like if we're bringing in Fairy Macabre, you might want a second one, just because you want that targeted Graveyard Hate sometimes, you know, against like Cycle Storm, where you don't really want to spend all the mana or waste your time tapping out and using the full Relic ability. So Fairy Macabre can be good from that perspective. Dust to Dust, I totally get running 4 right now. Grixis Affinity is running Rampant in the 5.0 deck dumps and also on challenges right now, so I'm very thankful to have this in the 4. So I thought we'd take this through a couple matches and see actually how well Ninjas does in terms of a draw engine, and also getting back these Refurbished Familiars and the Inspectors. If you do like these videos, please feel free to like and subscribe. I am currently in the creator program for Mana Traders, so if you like a little bit of money off your Mana Traders account when playing these sweet Pauper decks, you can use Siege Ryan in the coupon code to get a little bit off. Alright, I'll see you in the first one. Alright, we're on the play for this one. Let's see what we have here. Okay, this is not too bad. We have all the Affinity stuff, and we'll be able to eventually just go Refurbished Familiar, flick them around. I am going to play this blue-black one first and pass. The improvising is obviously not that good here. Like an Ornithopter would be good for that. So next time we can go Refurbished Familiar, which is good. Candy Trail. So this might be that Pestilence cat deck. Probably feels pretty hard to beat that, to be honest. But maybe if we have enough interaction, we can do it. 1 top, 1 bottom. Okay, but we'll play this. Let's play the Refurbished. They're probably going to just discard a cat or something like that. That's probably the correct choice. No, Shalob's Ambush. Guess Death Touch. Okay. That makes me think that they're running something that does pinging. So they might run Croclan Shaman or something like that. Okay, so this could be Glintblade now. But getting two basics is a bit suspect, that's all. Lembus, okay. Well, this is good, so we can get a ninja down, hopefully, and then... Yeah, I would love to draw an untapped land here, but we can't have it all, you know. And we draw a Springleaf Drum. That's technically it, but it's not. So we play this here. We need an untapped land. Okay. I think we just go... We just ninjutsu the ninja. I guess we could put the Moon Circuit Hacker in. Nah, because then we still don't have the blue, the black, or untapped. So we just do the ninja here. Right, return this. And the next time we can double Familiar, which is pretty huge. And we just play tap land. Yes, I would like to draw a card, please. Thank you. Play this and pass. So we've got a pretty cracked hand. So next turn, like ideally we want to draw another untapped land. That's going to be the best thing for us. And that does brick bull what we're doing here. We do run removal spells though, but you know. Okay, that's pretty good. Let's just play Familiar. I think we just charm that, to be honest. So if we land Drum, we have the 2. I'm kind of happy just to keep this around for the turn, and then we can just Thraben and charm it, and we just keep up the rebukes because we have so many. Play this. Yeah, let's just keep up rebuke and just literally rebuke whatever they have, and then worst case scenario we can always just Thraben and charm the Skyfisher in the turn. You know, if they just decide to Thraben and charm our Ninja of the Deep Hours, then we can just Thraben and charm their creature. Pestilence, yeah. So obviously I want to counter that. If I tap everything right. We'll cast this. Pay the blue and then the 2. Pay 1. And then now we can just Thraben and charm next turn. Yeah, we can play our Familiar. I still want to keep up a rebuke for whatever they do as well, though. If they can't attack. Okay, untapped land's good. We've got 3 cards left. Well, let's play this because this is free to just... And I mean, we could hit and draw first, but you know, I think this is fine to do it like this. And then let's... Yeah, let's just Thraben and charm like this. Because we got to start getting them as well, you know. And then yeah, do we want to keep up rebuke or do we just want to get in with the hacker and refresh familiar? I think we just want to do that. Although if they play a Pestilence says in play this. I don't think we can actually afford to attack. I think we actually want to keep up this Metallic Rebuke. We're going to draw a card. 2 damage is not the end of the world. And then next turn we can Moon Circuit Hacker. At least now we can Rebuke and just get rid of whatever. And then we're in a pretty good spot. I should make that always yes. Okay, that's good. I'll just play that. So, I mean, I didn't know I was going to draw that either. But that's pretty huge now. This deck's sick. Like, how good is this? And then we just have a rebuke for whatever they do. Crazy. Yeah, I had a feeling they had a second Pestilence. Yeah, I reckon they'll concede now. Just do it like that to make them think we have a spell pierce or something. Yeah. Alright, we're on the play again, which is pretty good. I mean, it's always good. Being on the play is literally the best thing ever. This is a slow hand, but I have Ornithopter Springleaf Drum. I think we keep this because we can still refurbish Familiar, which is pretty huge. And if we draw... the fact that we have 2 refurbished Familiars is just great. So just play tap land. We won't attack with the Ornithopter because we're going to be playing... It's going to be taken for mana anyway, and I'd rather it not be bolted, so... There it is, there's a mountain. So yeah, we obviously just... First of all, we start here by playing the drum. Play the Ornithopter. And then we have priority here, so we can drop the refurbished Familiar. And hopefully they're not playing Madness Burn, otherwise we're going to have a very sad time. Which they probably are. Lava Dart's a good one. That is a good one. They're playing the Flame Breather. So we likely want to just stop that ASAP. I think what we probably start to do is do Thoughtcast and then take it from there. Okay. Interesting, interesting. Let's play the Ornithopter. I think it's right if we just hold off from that currently. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. 6. Let's attack, because I wouldn't mind drawing another card. Well, let's hack at this to see if they want to get rid of a land. Return that. Comes into play, attacked. See if they want to dart this now. They don't, that's good. Come on, deck. Give me a land. That's not a land deck. Okay, it's going to be a little bit rough now. So we can't play this Mirror Enforcer. But next turn, maybe, depending on what they do, like if we draw a tapped land, we can still go Refurbish Familiar, Refurbish Familiar, which is going to be good, but they're likely... We want to start getting rid of this Kessig Flame Breather as well. It's going to play Gutter Snipe here, maybe. Okay. This is the other problem as well, because we might not want to play the Refurbish Familiar next turn. It's probably more likely that we should just get rid of the Flame Breather. Okay. Well, now if they're doing it like this, let's double Refurbish Familiar. But they're definitely on the way to beating me up. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 7. Yeah, not looking good. We need to get this Mirror Enforcer down. Okay, that's not a land either, deck. That's not what I wanted. 5 cards left. Just can we draw a card? I think we Thraben Charm, although we do get double. Now these take out a lot of things. We're going to play 1 though. Let's just do that. Let's just play Refurbish Familiar. This removes a burn spell anyway, or a mountain. Like it's still good. I wish I was drawing another card though. Just play an Inspector. I just feel like because we haven't drawn another land that this hand's gone a lot worse. So maybe I shouldn't have kept that 7, I guess. I can't attack, it's a brick wall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah. Still can't play that Mirror Enforcer, which feels pretty rotten. Again, if we had a land, I'm going to Thoughtcast, Moon Circuit, lots of things that should have gotten it done, but yeah, no, I think they have another Lava Dart. Oh, they're sending it to the Refurbished Familiar though, so that's good. Sneaky Snackers in the bin. So this is where I decide where I might even need to Thraben Charm their graveyard. We're on a virtual 8 currently. Okay. Still not what you want. Still can't play anything. I just feel conflicted. 3, 4, 5. Double Inspect doesn't do anything. And I think we just... honestly think we just Raven Charm their graveyard. But I think this feels pretty... we're pretty done here. And then we'll do it here. Choosing what they want to discard. Double Mountain. Exile the graveyard, get rid of this 2-1, and just maybe they're 2 darts. If they discard 2 mountains, most think they're going to discard 2, or like at least second 1 mountain to get a dart off. Yeah, doing 1 dart at the Moon Circuit Hacker. That's interesting. That's not to face, which I like. And they're playing something else on the stack, it looks like. Alright, so this resolves, which is good. Exile the graveyard. But yeah, we're just so far off the clock here, and we don't really have a way to gain life in our main deck. What do we have? We have counter spells, which is nice, but some relics main deck, but that's about it. We only really have 2 Hydro Blasts. Do have Blue Elemental Blasts in the sideboard. We could maybe get there. Definitely not playing a Refurbished Familiar in this board state. At least next turn we can play this Mirror Forcer. But yeah, we're going to need Jesus to get out of this. Alright, Highway Robbery. So now we definitely are playing the Refurbished Familiar. I think probably our best draw is like a second Mirror Forcer. But we've got like 3 cards in hand. Still the Kessig Flame Breathers being a Kessig Flame Breather. Yeah, wow. Well, now we can't play it, but... Alright, we finally hit the Volta Whispers, eh? So... let's just deploy the Clowns. I mean, it's probably the same. Let's just play the Familiar. And they can do their burn spells. That's whatever. Yeah, it's a Fiery Temper. I had a feeling they were having that anyway, but let's try a sideboard. Again, I feel like it just would have been a lot better if we had that land early. So we'll bring the relics. Do we even want the full relics? We'll bring the Fairy Macabres. I like the Moonseeker Hackers aren't as good. Refurbished Familiars are kind of like iffy as well with their madness, but we are taking out a fair bit of the deck then. I kind of don't hate them. I like the Ornithopters. I like the Inspectors. I like all the Charms. I like Rebukes, to be honest. Maybe just go for Countery and then just finish them off with one of those. I just got a 61. Let's keep our M1. Yeah, I don't feel like we need this extra Relic of Progenitors. Like, we just need a little bit of Graveyard Hate. Yeah, look, I think this is fine. I think one Refurbished Familiar is nice. I think we're going to try and just destroy them with Mirror Enforcers. I think that's our way out of this game. Encounter literally everything they have. Stop the fairies, destroy all the extra pinging effects, and Bob's your uncle. Alright, we're on the play. Hopefully this hand is a little bit better. Look, it's better. We can start off with a Inspector and then follow it up with a Springleaf Drum and then have a counterspell. You'd be very mindful of casting to fire, especially in this economy. Yeah, so we got Land, Inspector. Mirror Enforcer, again, our best draw. But next turn we should just be able to play Drum and keep up Hydroblast. Two Blast, that's nice. Let's play Drum. And we'll play this Inspector first, just so we always have an Inspector kicking around. And then we'll get in. We're definitely Hydroblasting a ham sandwich, so they can do cheeky stuff where they can bolt this and then cast into fire our lands or whatever. Okay, they're just passing. I'm going to play this tap land. Let's just... I kind of just want to attack for one. I could have played the Volta Whispers, I guess, then. Essentially, I want to be able to crack a clue and keep up a Blue Blast. And they didn't do anything, they just passed. Yeah, look, we'll just counter that. And they're probably running Red Blast here. And if they do, then we'll crack a clue, then we can... Okay. Well, we are going to... They can't cast it into Fire us, so let's just... To the clue. That's exactly what I wanted. Okie doke. So, let's attack. I actually should have technically played the Volta Whispers. I guess I was just more into if I drew something else funky, then I could do it. Like I should have played the Volta Whispers and then go tap tap, so I could have played the Inspector. But I was like, oh, if I have a tap land, and you know, I'll do something with that instead. Yes, very macabre. I think what we will do though is we won't play the Novice Inspector. Let's just play Volta Whispers Go, I think. Because then at least we know we're going to have this Hydroblast up. Are they bolting it after the fact? Oh, anyway. If they cast into fire, does that matter? Probably not. You know what? Let's just play the Inspector. Get the clue now. Worst case scenario, we just crack a clue. Oh, they're lava darting that. Okay. I mean, is half a card to a mountain. Let's just Hydroblast that. I feel a little bit quasi. If they're doing that, then that tells me they don't have... I mean, this might totally be bait, but if they're casting the fire or something like that, you know, they still have to deal with this ninja, so... And then they lost the mountain, which makes me think that they're pretty flooded. Yeah, you can bolt it. You can double dart it here if you want to. You lost 2 cards off that. This feels like our game to win now, essentially. I haven't played anything else. Okay. Let's just do this first. draw some cards, see what we get. Mirror Enforcer. So I'm actually going to play the Seed of the Synoid so we can... Oh no, I guess we could have done it the other way anyway. Let's play this. I'm going to crack one clue first. Yeah, one clue and just see what we get. Alright, Rebuke's absolutely fantastic. So we'll attack. And then we have, yeah, Rebuke mana, which is amazing. Do you actually have... No, because we'll be sacking the clue. So yeah, we have to do it this way. But yeah, I could have played the Razor Tide Bridge a little bit earlier, I guess. Yeah, let's just rebuke that. I think... Plus, this allows us to get in with mirror inspectors. Yeah, that's sweet. Let's attack. And we don't really need the black. The black's just for I don't want to show them that card. We have relative lethal. We're on 20, like, they're quite far behind here. Yeah, do grab a prize. Alright, we will... Well, that comes to play tapped. We still have lethal here. I think we actually just let this happen, because it comes to play tapped, and then we can just attack with everything. Even if they double bolt or mirror enforcer or something like that. Yeah, they can cast into fire, that's fine. Yeah, the writing's on the wall. We're on 18. They have like nothing left. Let's just run it back. All right, we're on the draw for this one. This hand, it's slowish, but it's quite good. I think the issue is if they have cast into fire, but I think we still keep this hand. The fact we have relic, a way to ninja in stuff. Yeah, let's. It feels so gross, but. Let's just play the tap land. It's probably going to end poorly for us if they've cast into fire, but I think it's just been I think we just have to get a little bit lucky in the sense this is a cast into fire. Fair enough. Fair enough. You can't not keep this hand, and also we could just draw a Springleaf Drum or something nice to try and just stay in this game. Yeah. Ornithopter's good, but we'll play this. We just tap that down. Like, we're not out of this. We're not out of this. We'll play the Ornithopter so we can actually ninja. That's pretty good. So we can still ninja next turn. And that's still a pretty respectable goal of it, to be honest. Right, there's the Flame Breather. Okie dokie. Well, let's play the Sea of the Synoid. So let's just step this through. So if it goes Springleaf Drum, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I can play that. I still kind of can't play anything interesting. If I play this, then I can do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, not enough either. Let's just play the Ninja. I think Ninja's going to be good. Try and get some other lands going. And if they want to bolt the Ornithopter, they can bolt the Ornithopter. It's not the end of the world. It's just Ninjutsu. Such a powerful card. And then they might just bolt this, which makes sense. Yeah, just red blasting it. Fair enough. So they got some good sideboard cards in this one. We'll cast the Ornithopter. But yeah, deck doesn't run that many blue cards. I mean, I guess we bring in 6 counter spells, so that's a lot of blue cards. If they play a Cast into Fire, we're pretty screwed. We're playing like literally Thraben Inspector and being like, yep, that's us. We have to let this happen because of Lava Dart. I'd rather them use 2 on an Ornithopter. Tap land's good. Don't cast into fire. Highway robbery. Okay, that's fine. That's okay. I can work with that. They're probably thinking about whether they want to dart this now or not. It feels like that. Land and 2 highway robberies coming our way. That is scary. I think let's fire off a thought cast first and try and hit something good. Okay. Still no land, which is a bit annoying. Let's play drum. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it makes 6. I think we're better off just... destroying this now. So not getting all that highway robbery action off. But we're really, really restricted on the amount of lands that we have. Having that casting into fire, that blue-white land has been absolutely huge for them. But at least they don't get this extra damage. Alright, that's pretty good that they got the gutter snipe here. Okay. That's interesting. I think let's play the Thraben Inspector. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, 3, 4, 5, 6. Play for 1. I really want Rebuke kept up. Because I can't even Thraben Charm here. Let's play the Mirror Forcer. And then, yeah, we'll keep up. We have Rebuke or Relic for this highway robbery shenanigans. And kind of let's just hope it's enough. Probably isn't. Well, we can't do anything with the 2 highway robberies anyway. But yeah, we definitely have to Rebuke that. And we'll... Do I tap the Relic? I think we do, because they then have 1 card in their hand, so the highway robberies aren't doing too much. I'm just wondering if they want to do this gutter snipe stuff now or not. Yeah, they are. Okay. Yeah, I'm tapped out, opponent. Definitely planning to Thraben Charm the crap out of that gutter snipe when I can. Okay, second mountain makes sense. They do really reload up though. I'm hoping just to get in at least with this ninja. Untapped land will be absolutely huge for us. Another reason why to tap the relic here is because they're stacking the mountain, so they're not discarding. So I must have drawn a fair few mountains, but they've essentially reloaded now. So if we draw an untapped land, our hand gets so much better. Game with Mirror Enforcer, game with Ninja. We'll 100% block that gutter snipe. Okay, untapped land. Thoughtcast is so interesting. We'll cast it. I think they got a Red Blast in their hand though. They don't. They don't. I think we still sadly have to destroy this gutter snipe and hopefully just survive another day. Get him for 5 and then yeah, hopefully with Ninja and keep up a blue blast on the following turns we get somewhere. I'm praying this is another cast into fire. It is. What are you targeting? The relic. Okay. That's fair enough. There could have been a world where maybe I was meant to like keep it open and keep the blue blast open. But we've been pretty unlucky with, you know, we're turn 6 now and we had, yeah, 6 draws essentially. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 draws, Thoughtcasts. And we've been very unsuccessful in getting lands. So yeah, getting Sneaky Snacker is a bit gross. But they come into play tapped, which is good. Sarcastic Flame Breather, okay. Yeah, look, let's just attack the Ornithopter and the Mirror Forcer, and then we'll put the Ninja in. I can choose to block. Turn this, and then yeah, we'll keep up Blue Blast. Yes, I would like to draw a card, please. Alright, it's a land. I honestly think we just have to use this blast on the Cassie, to be honest. I'll just tap like this. And there are 9, 2, 4, 6, 7. This is close. I mean, they got 3 cards in hand. I even might just block with the Ornithopter, to be honest, just to save life. It feels gross, but we can kind of get there with our 2 other creatures. It doesn't really matter if the Throbe Inspector doesn't hit. Alright, they're just double darting that. So I'm very glad we hit that Kessig Flame Breather when we did. Yeah, they're just double darting that. That's fine with me. And that's why I took out all those other creature spells, because it didn't really matter. Alright, they didn't attack with that either. Okay. So that's interesting. Did we play the drum out? I think it is, but I'm even actually thinking we should just keep Thraben Charm up. Because we get extra damage in 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that doesn't change it either. Let's just pass. I know this sounds crazy, but we're kind of just like 1 artifact off replaying this Mirror Enforcer. I really should have just played a Thraben Inspector instead. That's what I should have done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can't really afford to attack the Sneaky Snacker. The end step. So the end step, I am going to just destroy that, just so we can get in free attacks, and then they're done. Okay, that was close. That was too close. They obviously drew lots of blanks, maybe mountains. Yeah, they're drawing a lot of their cards. GG opponent. Let's go on to another one. This hand is actually good. It's legitimately good. We can do a turn 2 Ninja, and likely a very quick, very quick Mirror Enforcer as well. So we'll play the Seat first. Play this. We'll play the Ornithopter so we have Summoning Sickness. And then yeah, next turn let's just play this Ninja and hopefully get some good stuff going on. Some more 1-drops and whatnot. Urza Gardener draws a card. Haunted Maya. Ooh, it's exciting. It's good for us because they will essentially have to deal with this Ninja with the deep powers. Yeah, we'll still play the white. Let's attack. No blocks. Let's ninjutsu. Turn this. Draw a card. Yes, please. Always yield to that. Yes. Alright, land. So we'll just play the Ornithopter again because we might draw another Ninja. But likely we're just going to be playing out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we can play both Enforcers out next turn, which is pretty huge. And they're going to want to spend their turn dealing with this Ninja, otherwise it's just drawing more cards. So it's pretty good for us, really. A huge turn 1 and turn 2. Death Spore Thallid. Let's go. Alright, it's pretty slow as well. Oh, let's play Ornithopter. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll play land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we can play out this and this, and we'll just charm that. Yeah, I don't think they're actually gonna do anything about this. We'll just attack with the ninja. They can block if they want to. And we draw. This is a huge turn 3. It's insane. Yeah, okay. We'll just pass. We're definitely moon circuiting next turn. So yeah, this just says remove 3 spell counters, which is going to be unlikely that they're going to get there. And if they spend their turn to play something that has Saprolling in its creature type, I think that's fine. Swamp. Fist of the Ironwood. So here, yeah, we're just going to destroy it before it latches on. And then I get the Saprolling, and then we're going to be attacking with a bunch of things next turn. It's a pretty good spell. We just essentially time walk them though. Yeah. And let's see if they want to do some sideboarding. Looks like it. They're playing the Saprolling deck, so I'm going to bring the Arms of Hadar. Relics seem a bit, how you going? We'll take out relics. I don't really like anything else, to be honest. I need to cut one more card. I like the speed. Maybe because we're on the draw, we'll just cut an Ornithopter. We're on this. This hand is actually also pretty good. We want to get out the Mistvault Bridge pretty early. I guess in terms of what we want to do. Yeah, it is a little bit slower than usual. Leave them on to 6. Again, if we have the actually, an Ornithopter would be absolutely huge. So maybe it was wrong to cut one. County Garden, great way to start. Probably I should have cut like a Novice Inspector or something like that. That's right. We'll play the bridge, pass. Next time we can still go Volta Whispers, tap, play Springleaf Drum, play Refurbished Familiar, and then play the other Refurbished Familiar. So it's still like a crack turn. And then we can essentially return 1 or 2 of them, Hacker or Ninja. Maybe we should cut probably 1 Hacker because of all the Saprolings. Probably should have kept the Ornithopter and cut a Hacker, I think is probably the way to go. Yep, there you go, that's going to be a big creature. Alright, let's just dismantle their hand a little bit. Volta Whispers, so we'll go Springleaf Drum. And they can run a lot of artifacts and stuff like that, but you know, this is still a pretty crack turn. Discarding. And then let's just play another one. Absolutely huge turn. Yeah, so they are playing the Saprolling deck, which is sick. I'll just comment to them that I love their deck. No combat. Rot Shamble's pretty huge, and there used to be an uncommon, think about it. So they've essentially tapped out now. They're not really going to get another creature, because we're going to make them discard probably... Well, it's interesting. We need 1 blue source, which is sad. Oh, we're just going to... Let's get this Moon Circuit Hacker down, I think, first. Let's attack with both. Let's attack with both. Moon Circuit, and then likely just drop. I'm doing it this way, so just in case if we get a other land, we can do it. I mean, double Refurbished Familiar is still fantastic. But I do want to draw a card. Hopefully get something good. Yes. Another Ninja. Okay. Well, here we're going to play Refurbished Familiar. I guess the issue is maybe just play out the Novice Inspector as well. Because I can't, yeah, sadly I can't play this Metallic Rebuke. Undo. White. Play this. Yeah, a little bit constricted on the blue stuff, but that's okay. I'm feeling good with a bunch of these flyers and the draw effects and whatnot. They've got one card. They're going to draw another one. And again, we're likely, let's just crack them with both. This Ninja obviously gets a lot worse. It's probably going to just be a blocker later on. It's another Rot Shambler. Okay. So we're probably going to just try and win with these flyers, to be honest. Alright, so we're actually going to block. They don't have any stacks. We're just going to block this Rot Shambler and just take the 2. Yes, that gets bigger. But it's the same thing. 2 1/1s or having a 1/2/2. And then we can attack with the Moon Circuit Hacker as well here. So yeah, let's attack. I do want to keep in. We could have attacked with the Novice Inspector as well, I guess, but I want to be able to double Ninja if I want to. Yeah, they're blocking that. Let us. Yeah, let's do 1 and we'll just keep a Rebuke. Get another draw. And then yeah, we have Rebuke mana up. Then can we get another land? Ornithopter's nice. We'll play the Ornithopter. Allows us to play another Ninja, which is sick. Play the Refurbished Familiar. No cards left in their hand. And we have Rebuke up. So I'm feeling pretty good. And there we go. Alright. Let's wrap up. Alright, this is a quick wrap up. So we played this awesome Esper Ninja Affinity list. It felt really fun and really cool. I definitely want to run this through a league soon, I think. Probably the biggest downside was I didn't feel like I really got hit on my lands a lot. And I probably didn't take into account actually how important Ornithopter was. Because it's not just doing the Springleaf Drums, but it's also getting all these ninjas going, which is pretty good. The ability just to have all its interactions, so ways to handle graveyards. We've got these relics over here. We've got the Thraben Charms. We've got counter magic and all these draw spells, as well as that pesky little draws of the Mirror Enforcer and the Thor Cast, which is just absolutely huge. I'll move this over. It just felt so good, to be honest. Outside of that, it's probably not too much I would change. I really like this style of build because it's not doing the typical Affinity list or the Jund list where you're using Ichor Wellspring, Cryogen Relic to cycle through your deck. You're going to use Ninjas and ETBs, which is just awesome. Over to the sideboard, I get why they're running all the Red Blast and Hydro Blast, especially for Mono Red and Rally running around. Arms of Fadar also like, it's just a great way to handle Elves as well as the Rally burn decks, which is good. Dust to Dust is important because there's been a lot of Grixis Affinity on the 5-0 deck dumps, which has been crazy. Anyway, this probably what I'd say is maybe we don't need to run this extra Relic. Maybe it should just be a Fairy Macabre. When I'm thinking about sideboard, I'm generally going, okay, the Fairy Macabre is more for the targeted graveyard hate. So yeah, we didn't really get to play against stuff like Terror with this. So maybe if we play a league, we'll be able to see what it's like. This Relic's better for that from that point of view. But Fairy Macabre, it just be able to handle the sneaky snackers or with the Spark combo, taking out the particular cards. It's just pretty huge. So maybe this Relic could be cut for a Fairy Macabre. But all in all, I felt like this deck was sick. So I definitely want to run through a league. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.